Who am I really? Hello everyone. My name is Kedevashish. I am currently pursuing a BTech in Information Technology from NIT Raipur. To define myself, I am a creator and a problem solver. While many know me as an engineering student, at my core, I am aspiring entrepreneur and a content creator. I am the kind of person who sees a problem like the hassle of online shopping and immediately starts thinking of a solution like an AI shopping agent. I am not just satisfied with consuming content. I have a deep drive to create it, whether it's planning viral strategies for YouTube or structuring podcasts to learn from successful seniors. I am a proactive individual who is constantly seeking intersection between technologies, AIs and businesses. Question number 2. Who has had the greatest impact on my life? The people with greatest impact on my life are my family, especially my mother. She has been the pillar of my strength behind journey. From schooling to my school to from cracking JE and reaching an IT here. Support has been constant. Seeing her happiness, like when I celebrate her birthday, drives me to work harder. Additionally, I am deeply influenced by the high achieving peers and seniors around me at NIT, especially those who have turned setbacks into comebacks. Like one of my friend who went from 51 percentile to 98 percentile in JEE Mains. They have taught me that where you start does not matter. It's your temperament and resilience that defines you. So, my next question is, have I done anything lately that's worth remembering? Yes, I believe my recent journey has several milestones worth remembering. Like cracking JEE, the discipline required, we are one of the toughest exams and secure a seat at NIT Raipur in IT branch. I can handle pressure. Entrepreneurial steps, participating in NASA space apps, and challenging and developing the pitch of smart grocer AI for the e-cell. It was the movement I moved from thinking to doing. Content creation, take the initiative to start a podcast and planning mentorship content for JE aspirants. I am stepping out of my comfort zone to network with seniors who build a personal brand. And question number 4, is it more important to love or be loved? It's a balance of both. To be loved gives you a safety net knowing that my mother and my father, they are who me gives me the courage to take risks in my career. But to love, to care about your work, your family and your society is what fuels ambition. Love is also about responsibilities. Now my next question is question 5. What do I need to change about myself? Being impatient, I tend to want results quickly, especially with my startup ideas and social media growth. I need to understand that success is often the result of consistent and unseek work. Health management. Recently, feeling sick during crucial times remind me that I cannot neglect my physical body. While chasing mental goals, I need to prioritize my health to sustain my hustle. Focus, I have many interests, startups, businesses, AI agents, and podcasts. I need to master the art of prioritizing so I don't burn out trying to be everything at once. Now, my next question is what I am really scared of. I am really scared of being average. I have been given great opportunities, a good school, a premier college, an IT Raipur, and a supported family. My greatest fear is not utilizing these resources to their fullest potential. And my next question is why do I matter? I matter because I am bridge between technology and real world solutions. Whether it's helping a junior with a JE mentorship or building an app that saves people time. I have the potential to impact lives to my family. I matter because I am their hope for a brighter, more secure future. I am the one who will carry the baton forward. Now, my next question is, if I had to install one piece of advice in a newborn baby, what advice would I give? Hmm, Don't wait for permission. In a world that constantly tells you to follow a set of paths, have a audacity to build your own. Whether it's starting a business or learning a new skill. Start before you feel ready. Curiosity is your best asset. As I have learned from exploring AI and podcast, the biggest door opens only when you knock on them. Now, my next question is, what worries me most about the future? My biggest worry is the speed of execution. I have many podcast guests, but I worry about whether I can execute them fast enough before the opportunity passes. I worry about finding the right balance between my college CGPA and my startup ambitions. Now, my next question is, if this were the last day of my life, would I have the same plans for today? Definitely not. I would not be worrying about. I would spend the entire day with my parents, perhaps recording a final video to share whether wisdom I have gained and ensuring that they know how much they mean to me. Now my next question is, am I taking care of myself physically? This is an area of improvement. After my recent illness, I realized that a healthy body is foundation of a sharp mind. I am learning that pulling all night for exams or projects is not sustainable. I need to treat my body with my same respect I treat my careers and my goals. Now my next question is, am I achieving the goals that I have set for me? Yes, but the bars keeps moving higher. I made it a goal for NIT Raipur and I achieved. Now that goal is to build successful startups and a personal brand. I am taking steps towards it by networking, planning podcasts and learning technical skills. It is a slow process, but I am moving forward. Now, my next question is, what matters most in my life? Impact and freedom. What matters is the freedom to create what I want, whether it's an tool or a video, and the ability to make tangible impact on others equally. Equally important is the well-being of my family. Seeing them secure and happy is the ultimate metric of my success. What I'm doing for things which I matter me most. I am not just studying for a degree. I am acquiring skills. I am planning interviews with successful seniors. To learn the blueprint of success, I am working on my communication skills to ensure that when I seek people, listen to them. Question 15. How will I leave knowing I will die? I will leave urgency. Knowing that time is limited, I won't hesitate to launch the startups or post the videos. I will explore every opportunity NIT gives me, from ESL to club activities, ensuring that when I leave a legacy behind. And also, I will make sure to spend my time with my friends and my family. What do I want most in my life? I want financially independence and creative freedom. I want to build a life where I want freedom to work on projects that excites me, like AI, content creation, without being bonded by the traditional 9 to 5 structures. I want to be a job creator, not just a job seeker. And also, I want my family to be freedom from the money and anything they can buy without seeing the price tags. Also, my friends who want anything help from me, I would very much glad to help them. So my next question is, am I taking anything for granted? Answer. If I am being completely honest, the answer is yes. I think I am taking time for granted. I operate on this default setting where I assume tomorrow is guaranteed. I procrastinate on the things that actually matter, like calling my parents just to talk or starting the project I have been dreaming about. Because I have this arrogance that there will always be later, I also take the boring days for granted. You know those days where no catastrophe happens, where my health is fine, the roof is still over my head, and my biggest problem is slow internet or a difficult assignment. I tend to overlook those days because I am so focused on chasing the next big achievement or the next high. But the reality is a boring, safe, uneventful day is the luxurious that millions of people are praying for right now. So yes, I am taking the safely and the peace of the present moment for granted, treating it like a waiting room for the future rather than the life I am actually living. So my next question is, how many of my friends do I trust with my life? There is a confronting number of to look. In the age of social media, I have hundreds of connections. I have dozens of people I can laugh with, sit in with, class, or grab a coffee with. But if I strip away the fun and the convenience, if I ask myself who could I call at 4 am if my world was falling apart, or who would I trust with my deepest insecurity, knowing they would not use it against me, the number drops drastically. For me, that number is very less. At first, that small number made me feel lonely, like I was not popular enough, but now I realize that trust is not a game of quantity. Trusting with your life requires years of consistency. It requires people who have been seeing you at your worst and did not leave. If you have even one person who stands like a rock when the rest of the world turns away, you are wealthier than someone with thousand shallow acquaintances. So, the number is small, but the weight of the trust is massive. So, my next question is, what have I gave up on? Answer, I have given up on the need to be understood by everyone. For a long time, I spent so much energy trying to shift. I wanted to be smart student, the cool friend, the perfect child. I would over explain myself constantly because I was terrified someone having the wrong perception of me. It was exhausting. I have given up on this idea of perfection. I realized recently that trying to be perfect was actually just a fancy way of procrastinating. I was so afraid of doing it wrong that I would not do it at all. So I have given up on the version of me that needs a round of applause for me single action. I have given up on trying to control how other people view my life. I am okay with being misunderstood now. As long as I understood myself, it's a heavy weight to put down, but I have finally put it down. So my next question is, which is worse, failing or never trying? My answer would be, logically we all know the answer is never trying. But emotionally, failure feels worse in the moment because it burns, it's public, and it's hurt. But if I look at the long term, never trying is infinitely worse. Failure is just data. If I fail, I get a scar, scars heal, and eventually they become stories. I can learn from failure, I can pivot, I can grow, but never trying, that is a ghost. That what if that haunts you at 2 am 10 years from now? The pain of failure is acute, it sharp and then fades. The pain of the regret is chronic. It's a dull ache that lasts forever. I would much rather be the person who fell flat on their face in the arena than the person who stayed clean in the stands and never lived. So never trying is the worst outcome because it leaves you with a question mark where your life should have been. My next question would be, my favorite way to spend the day is. My answer would be, my favorite way to spend is not being luxury vacations or doing nothing. For me, the perfect day is mix of flow and peace. It starts early before the noise of the world kicks in. There is about 3 or 4 hours of deep work working on a passion project, editing or solving a hard problem, where I completely lose track of time. The state of flow is addictive. It feels like I am actually using my potential. Then the half of the day has to be the opposite. Total disconnection, good food, physically moving my body, maybe a workout or a long walk, and then spending the evening with people I love. Not talking about drama or work, but just talking about ideas and life. My favorite day is one where I create more than I consume, and I go to bed feeling physically tired but mentally recharged. It's simple but it's fulfilling. So, my next question is, what does unconditional love look like for you? For a long time, I thought love was transactional. I will love you if you get good grades, or I will love you if you are successful. But I have learned that unconditional love looks like safety. It looks like the absence of the world if the presence of the word anyway. It means being seen at your absolute worst when you are broken, angry, failing, or not fun to be around, and realizing the person across from you has not flinched. They don't want to fix you just to make you conventional for them. They are willing to sit in the dark with you until you. Unconditional love means you don't have to audition for your spot in their life. You are enough just as you are. It's that profound sense of security where you know that no matter how much you mess up, you still have a place to come home to. On that note, I will thank my teacher Anup sir for giving me this opportunity to talk on these topics. Thank you, sir.